Hey everybody, welcome to HBCU Game Day. Look at this right here. Our very first guest in our brand new HBCU Game Day studios. He's a North Carolina Central grad. He's an Omega man. He's Chris Peay with HBCU eSports League, community media. We've been talking for several years. You guys, and you can give our fans out there some background, but you guys are, squarely in the space of the eSports League with HBCU players. Mm-hmm. You have some pretty big news coming out today. It's fun and games, but now we're talking about some pretty serious money on the line. Why don't you tell us about that?
No, now it gets serious. So first, I want to thank Mountain Dew, and of course, Tolly, thank you for always having us. So we're in year 2 of the 5-year commitment from Mountain Dew. Essentially, their mission with this Real Change Opportunity Fund is just to amplify and uplift Black entrepreneurs. And so we're here. So I think Mountain Dew really kind of saw, we've been preaching it, like you mentioned, for the last, call it 3 years. Just the opportunity gap, the diversity, the digital divide, and just the different opportunities that align within. And so, really realizing that 83% of African-American millennials play video games on a daily basis, but then looking at the video game development workforce as a whole, there's only about 4% now. I think before we were saying 2. Now there's 4% of those, African Americans that make up that space. And so that's our whole mission, is just to future-proof diversity within gaming. And now we're here.
And for those, people out there who haven't followed this closely, Cxmmunity, not only has the eSports League, you guys have been building labs, gaming labs at HBCUs all across the country. So you guys, when I say squarely in the space, you guys are squarely in the space with HBCUs.
Yep. Yeah. I guess we could talk about Verizon as well. So we're here, season 3 of HBCU eSports League. We have Verizon. Verizon was our first title sponsor when we met Tolly. They've since came back. This is their 3rd year. Verizon made a commitment very early on to, they really saw the mission. They kind of felt, I think they had an emotional, I think we pulled on their heartstrings a bit. But they committed $1 million to HBCUs in general. And so, for us, that means taking that money, spending it wisely, of course, but also going to those schools that participate within the league to build out their labs. And so starting with Verizon, we had 5 schools. That's Texas Southern University, Dillard University, Howard University, Delaware State University, and Morgan State University. And so each of those schools would get $100,000 to go towards building out their esports lab. And then the other 100 goes towards supporting 5 students studying STEM-related majors at that campus. And so we'll be on campus surprising those 5 students with that scholarship check. And just, it's going to be cool to see their reaction, but also see them interacting with their new tech and innovation lab that they could use for esports.
Who are some of the HBCU teams out there or students that have really been representing and doing well in the eSports League?
I think the biggest right now is Eric Miner. So Eric Miner, he joined us for season 2. He was playing Madden. For the
what
first
school
time,
is he?
He's Claflin University.
Okay.
Yep. So for the first time ever, an HBCU student ranked nationally playing Madden. He's number 16 out of 2,000 students across the board. And he just signed his first professional Madden contract with the Philadelphia Knights.
So he's on a professional team, and they are in the league of basically playing Madden football.
Yeah, playing Madden football. Wow. So that was one of his dreams.
That's a job.
Yeah, that was one of his dreams. we were able to feel it. And for that, that alone for us was fulfilling, and that's why we do these things.
Tell us the numbers again. How much money now with the new announcement from Mountain Dew can players potentially earn? Yeah,
so Mountain Dew, again, another brand putting their money where their mouth is. The Real Change Opportunity Fund, for them, they want to amplify Black entrepreneurs. They saw fit to do that through gaming, but also content creation. So we're now looking at a prize pool of $500,000. Strictly prize pool that goes towards the students. It can go towards scholarships. It could go towards room and board, food, meal plans, things of that sort, whatever they want it for. They're able to use that money. And what's unique about this opportunity is the way we've broken it down essentially is, if a team signs up, so first of all, we're starting with 16 teams. If a team signs up and they lose in that first round, each of those students would walk away with $100. From there, the most that a student could walk away with at the end of this tournament in February is $70,000 per student. So that's a team of 5. Each student would walk away with $70,000.
That's grown folks' money right there.
Yeah, it's grown folks' money for sure. Yes.
So somebody's sitting there listening, and they're playing Madden or they're playing Call of Duty, and they're like, man, I need to get down with this. How can, you know, I'm going to say young people because that's what we're shooting for here in the eSports League. How can people get involved? Like, what are some steps people can take?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is just reaching out. Definitely, please do not hesitate. I want to say we're looking to build the largest community of Black, just underserved gamers in general. We have weekly tournaments, so definitely reach out. We're on Discord. We are, if you want to sign up for the tournament, first of all, for all students looking to sign up for the tournament, please do so. This is guaranteed money. This is something that we've been telling the students, faculty, and staff. But hbcuesports.gg/realchange. And that's hbcuesports.gg/realchange.
Wow. To make some real change.
To make some real change, yes.
Wow. Do you still find that talking with Chris Peay here from Community Media, are you still trying to educate people and kind of let them know, like, hey, this is a real thing? Like, the gaming industry is a real industry.
Yeah, no, every day. And I think it's one of those things where, with any sudden change, we are always slow to kind of adapt to those things. And so we literally have to work with the students, work with the faculty, work with staff to kind of like hold their hand through this. And I'm talking to this, the students, first of all, and they'll say, hey, I can't compete. I have class at 5. And it's like, okay, well, we'll move your game to 6 because it's guaranteed money. We want you to get this, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna leave class, go to your dorm, and turn the game on anyway. So why not play for scholarship money? So every single day we're educating, we're going to schools, we're building out labs, to your point. We're also holding, conferences where we're talking with the faculty and staff. And so that's something that we do every day. And I don't think that it's going to stop anytime soon. And for us, it's no problem at all because we're educating, we're educating, and we're looking to, close that diversity gap.
And, you talk about, we kind of, tongue in cheek talked about real change, but I mean, when you look at the size of the industry, right? When you look at professional sports, the movie industry, like the gaming industry is in that ballpark. Like that's
Absolutely.
The space financially that they operate in.
Yep, for sure. Gaming as an industry is worth more than the film and music industries combined. And it's one of those industries that's never seen a decline since its inception. And so, people are slowly buying in. Again, you see video games. Grand Theft Auto 6 is about to release, dating all the way back to the first Grand Theft Auto years ago. So it's never going to stop. There's a lot of changes within the game. So now you'll see companies like Epic Games are releasing free play games, but there's microtransactions that can happen within the game. So you can go in and you can buy skins, and that helps them keep their revenue high. But it also helps to get more people into their platform. Wow.
Do we even know what the ceiling is yet? I mean, it still feels like the growth potential is kind of hard to judge what it might be in the industry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't know personally. It's something that we'd have to look up, but I think that the bar is super high, and I think the gaming industry in general just keeps setting it a little bit higher. So it's one of those things that's always interesting to see.
And there's jobs within the industry that you don't have to just be playing the game. Like there's supporting roles, like any other industry. Like you can be in the film industry. That doesn't mean you're an actor, but it's more than just being on the sticks.
Yeah, no, we're looking for 4 PA interns right now, and that's production assistant. So, we have our HBCU eSports League every week that goes live every Tuesday on our twitch.tv/community, Cxmmunity. But yeah, we're looking for 4 interns as of right now. I think Newzoo just put out a report. There's about 250,000 jobs open within the gaming industry, and that's not even to mention the competitive land that is eSports.
So if you love the sticks, but maybe your play calling isn't as tight, all right, maybe sometimes you get booted off the team of Call of Duty, but you still love the game. There's room for you.
Yep, you can come run tournaments. You can camera operate. You could cast. You could talk over the game. If you know football, you can study a little bit of Madden and you can learn Madden, and you could be a Madden caster, or you can be an NBA 2K caster. We're also always looking for those as well, and people that do what you do, Talia, as well. We have hosts, we have casters, we have everything that you would need for a typical production like a TV show. We're using within the esports industry, and you'll see it on our broadcast every Tuesday.
I would be so lost. I would be like, back in my day in Tecmo Bowl, Barry Sanders used to just run all over me. No, but that's great. Definitely a young person's game. I'll stay in my lane over here. But before we go again, $70,000 potential.
Yep, $70,000. It's broken down again, so every student wins something. We want to make sure that it's equitable opportunities for anyone that touches community, or that even thinks about community. All you have to do is reach out. We like to have a conversation. Hit us up on Instagram. Everything is at Cxmmunity. You can go to our socials. You can see it. You can see the announcement. You can engage. You can inquire how you can join these weekly tournaments. But yeah, $70,000. Mountain Dew's putting up $500,000 for prizing. We're also doing some in-person events. So I know when we started, it was COVID. So this is the first time that students are like 100% back on campus, and now we're able to bring them here to Atlanta to compete. And so we'll be paying for travel, lodging, per diem, the whole nine to get these students to get the real world experience, such as like the global League of Legends World events type things, where they're able to kind of boot up, come on down to Atlanta, meet their competitors, go head to head, and win some scholarship prize money at the end of it.
All right. If you got game, he's the man. You need to reach out. Chris Peay, he's with Cxmmunity Media. So many great things they're doing with their HBCU eSports League, some great corporate sponsorships. Real change in more ways than one is out there. Chris, thank you so much for dropping by. And how about those Eagles, man?
Hey, man.
As we talk right now,
3-0.
Undefeated.
Eagle pride amplified. We got 3-0. We're back. We'll see y'all at the Celebration Bowl. Yes.
Yeah. He called it.
See you at Celebration Bowl.
He called it. All right. For Chris, I'm Talia. It's HBCU Game Day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.